Okay, the question for today is, can we make a DIY lip balm with zero chemicals or mineral oils that feels just like a store-bought product? And the answer is yes. Actually, we can make a lot of them. In today's episode of Thermal Mermaid, I'm going to make lip balm, my Cottage Belle recipe. Okay, so one of the things that sometimes happens with a DIY homemade product is that they sometimes feel like half the quality of a lab-made cosmetic, but it doesn't have to be the case. The lip balm I'm going to make today, it's a hard wax, just like a chapstick. It has a bit of a flavor oil and it leaves just a hint of color on your lips. We're going to be using these 1 ounce lip balm jars and this combination of natural oils and waxes. Now this is really easy to make at home. It only takes just a few minutes, but if you do want to sell this at your market tables, I do have a little bit more information in my notes in the printable material, which you can find over at thermalmermaid.com in the members dashboard. If you want to find it, just scroll down to Bath Goodies, click on that, and then scroll down to Lip Balm Cottage Belle. The extra information includes FDA restrictions, consumer protection, and preservative information. And all that will be available in the members version of this video and in the printable material. Okay, so let's get started. This recipe is made entirely of waxes and oils. If this is for personal use, you don't need a preservative because bacteria doesn't grow in oil, but you do need to wear gloves, sanitize your workspace, and spritz your containers down in rubbing alcohol. This balm is made with 5 easy-to-get waxes and oils. We'll start with what's essentially the base of the balm, which is beeswax. You can get these little pastels in white or yellow, and if you're adding color to your lip balm, it doesn't matter what color you use. Beeswax also comes in a block, but these little pastels are easy to measure out and melt. In this bowl, I have 4 tablespoons of beeswax. Next, we have 1 teaspoon of jojoba oil. This is also really a liquid wax, and this will coat your skin, giving it a velvety feel to the surface. Jojoba has vitamin E. Next, we'll have 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now this is a super moisturizing fat, and it will give the wax a slick, slippery feel, and this helps with that smooth texture. Then we have 1 teaspoon of lanolin. Now this helps the product stick to the surface of your skin while it moisturizes, and your lip balm will stay in place when you use this. And finally, I have a little bit of flavor oil. This one is cinnamon, and because I'm making such a small amount, I'll be adding this in by drops, about 8 to 10 drops. Will put a little bit of flavor in my lip balm. Now we'll melt all of our waxes down. If you're using your microwave, give the waxes short bursts at about 30 seconds each, depending on the power of your microwave, because you can burn the oils and waxes. Now ideally these will all be the same temperature, but since waxes have a higher melting point than the oils, it doesn't always work out this way. Take a look at what happens when I add the coconut oil into the beeswax. Oh, the beeswax immediately solidified because the coconut oil was at a much lower temperature. That's okay. I'm just going to continue mixing this all in, and once we get everything incorporated, I'm going to pop this back into the microwave and make sure everything is melted down again. Here I'm adding in the jojoba oil, and finally we'll add the lanolin in. Now notice off to the right hand side of the screen, we still have our fragrance oil. I'm not going to add that one in yet because I still want to melt these all down and incorporate these waxes, and I don't want the fragrance to hit a flash point and then lose that smell. So for now, we have these 4 oils and waxes mixed, and we're going to just melt these all back down in the microwave.
Don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming because you know I can't get enough.
Once your mixture is melted and you've got everything incorporated together, that's it. The only thing that we have left to do is add the flavor oil and then give it a color that you like. Now I'm going to make a few varieties of colors in this demonstration, so I'll separate my wax into another bowl and transfer about 4 tablespoons of the main bowl into this bowl here. I have this little pipette dropper, and I'm going to add just a few drops of the flavored cinnamon oil into the combination. About 8 drops for 4 tablespoons will do just fine. Next, we're going to add one of my favorite lip colors, and that is Shimmer Raspberry Pop Mica. I only need just a dash of color, and I'm using less than a 1/16 of a teaspoon here because a little goes a long way. Now this mica isn't stable in cold process soap. It turns a burnt orange color, but it works beautifully in lip glosses and balms.
don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough of this feeling.
Now the easiest way to transfer this is to pour it directly from the container into the little lip balm pots. But because I'm working with such a small amount, I'm going to spoon this in. Now every time the wax touches a new surface, it cools and it'll start to solidify, so you can only do this for so long before the spoon will start getting a thick coating of wax. However, this isn't a problem because all you need to do is melt it again and continue pouring. You can even remelt this a few times, it's perfectly fine, and if you work carefully, you can get all of the wax into these little pots with no problem at all.
I wouldn't know what to do, baby, without. I wouldn't know what to do. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know.
Now I want to make two more different colors, and those will be amaranth pink and raspberry red. So I'm going to separate out what's left of my liquid lip balm and give them each 1/16 of a teaspoon of colorant. Then we'll add in a few more drops of a flavored oil, just like we did with the last one, and I'll finish filling these pots. When I'm done, you can fill about 10 of these little half-ounce lip balm pots. Another thing I'll mention is that you'll see here in this colorant, it's beautiful in the oils, but this amount, it's not going to color your lips. It'll just give them a little pink tint, because what we're making here is a lip balm. It's closer to a chapstick. It's not a lipstick, it's not even a lip gloss, and this is mostly just coloring the product. Now if you want a shimmer, you can add that too. You just have to make sure that your mica says shimmer on it. And there are all sorts of variations of shimmers in pink, so you can pick out the one that you like the best. The one I'm making today, they're just going to add a tiny hint of pink because I'm adding just a tiny bit of mica. If you want more color and you want to have more of a texture like a lip gloss, then you have to add a lot more mica. You'd put in 1/8 to even sometimes a half a teaspoon depending on which product you're working with. This leftover pot here wasn't completely filled, so I want to give you an up-close look of what this beautiful raspberry red mica looks like. As we fill it in, you can see that glistening sheen.
You know I can't get enough of this feeling you're giving me. Don't wanna wake up. No, I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna wake up without you, baby, without.
And as I finish filling these last pots, one of the biggest conveniences out of making this product is that they are done instantly. These only take about maybe a minute to cool down. You put the caps on, you're ready to package and label, and they are done, ready to use. So what are some other different variations that you can make with your lip balms and glosses? Well, to start, there are dozens of other natural products that you can put into your lip balm to get different textures. But in this recipe, you can adjust the hardness of it by reducing the beeswax and adding more lanolin or coconut oil. Now for the summertime, I like my lip balm to be that hard chapstick wax type because it will never melt, not even on the hottest days. And that means I can just throw it in my purse and then I never have to worry about the cap being loose or it spilling over and mixing in with the other things in my purse. But some people do like their lip balm to be softer, and in tomorrow's video I'm going to show you a recipe that's much more like a soft lip balm / gloss that you can make without that hardness. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get that recipe in your inbox when I post it. That will be coming up tomorrow. And if you enjoyed this video, please let me know and hit the like button. And as I'm finishing up here, you can see that we have a variety of different colored lip balms. The texture is silk smooth, and if you're a small business adding these to your market stand, I'll just point out that the standard price for these can be anywhere from $5 to $10. Now you can modify this recipe and get some pretty pricey oils in there, so the quality that you make is entirely up to you.
Around your finger, tell me what you wanna do. I think we're part of something bigger, and now my mind is filled with.
I'll do a quick demonstration for you here so that you can see the texture of the finished product. Now you can see that it is a wax and it comes out very easily with my fingernail. And when I put it on the back of my hand, it melts instantly, just like silk. This recipe, it's much silkier and richer than any standard chapstick. Now you can see the camera really isn't picking it up too well, but there is a hint of pink tint on my skin. So you can see that if you want the color, you do have to add a larger amount of mica. Okay guys, I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow.